Good day, YouTube family. I'm so happy to be on today. I'm happy to have a nice sunny day today. I wanted to voice my opinion about something that I saw on another video this morning. Two of them actually. They were almost exactly the same. And it was something to do with being over 50 and the things you could get away with being over 50. You know, I'm 54, like I said in my video yesterday, and I was just thinking of these things, and what caught my attention was the fact that you could grow old gracefully when you're over 50. You could go without dyeing your hair. I'm turning white. And I went to the hairdresser the other day to get my hair trimmed, and she says to me, "You have the most beautiful strawberry blonde hair." And I was like, "Strawberry blonde?" I said, "My hair's never been strawberry blonde. It's always been like a auburn, red, brown color, you know, and because it's graying or turning white in certain areas, it's frosting white." And so she, you know, she said it looks strawberry blonde in the light. She says it's actually very beautiful. So I could get away with, like, frosting my hair. I don't have to naturally frost my hair with white streaks. So a lot of people have said that my hair is strawberry blonde. I'll take that. I've always wanted strawberry blonde, but yeah, it's turning pretty white. So being over 50 has its advantages. The other thing that they said in the videos, two of the videos were almost exactly the same content for some reason. They said the other advantage to being older and over 50 is you don't have to wear much makeup. Well, I'm going to tell you guys something. I don't like to wear makeup. My eyes get all itchy and, you know, I wear eye makeup and stuff. So I've always gone au natural when it comes to makeup. So that didn't bother me any. The other thing they said was you could dress the way you wanted. Well, I always dress casual anyway, unless I had to work a, like, 5 o'clock in the morning to 2 or 3 o'clock in the afternoon job for 4 or 5 days a week at McDonald's last year. And I had to wear a uniform. I had to wear a t-shirt and all that kind of stuff. But what I used to do was, because they required us to wear regular pants with, you know, like a zipper and a button and everything. And I used to wear my t-shirts over, because I was a cook and I could wear an apron. So I used to wear those exercise pants that had the knit with the tie, you know, and those are the most comfortable, lightweight stuff ever. They never knew, because it was like a knit. It was almost like a regular cotton pants. And yeah, so that's one thing I enjoy, is that too. Another thing that is an advantage to a 50-year-old and up is the fact that the woman most likely has either gone through the change or going through the change, and that could be a disadvantage or an advantage. Well, you don't have your monthly problem anymore, so that works, but you deal with all the other issues with menopause. That's the only the only disagreeable thing I have about aging. But also they had said something in the videos, and I will post their links somewhere in their channel, the two videos I watched, that I thought was interesting. When they said they had freedom to travel, they could go wherever they wanted, whenever they wanted. Unless you don't have any money, that you can't travel, or you're like me who's limited to traveling because of money, I still have freedom. I think what happens is when you hit 50 and you hit menopause, you go through what they call a real life midlife crisis. Really, honestly, your body changes, your mind changes, everything changes, your body's changing, it's getting old, and you're going through what they call a real midlife crisis. Men go through a midlife crisis too, but it's different. And so, for me, I got tired of working at McDonald's and busting my butt and getting told how to do things being watched, being criticized, and I wanted freedom. So to quit a job and go to DoorDash was a big change for me. And of course, I take change slowly. So when I do a change, I have to commit and I have to make a plan to change. I cannot just on a whim change. I can't handle people changing schedules on me without notifying me ahead. So I had pre-planned this exit from McDonald's in December. So I decided that I was going to quit. And my husband thought I was absolutely out of my mind doing that. And I said, look, I want to do DoorDash. I want freedom. I want to be able to go do what I want, when I want. So with DoorDash, I find it very easy because I can pause my dash and stop somewhere and eat lunch. I could pause my dash and stop and check out a grocery store. Or I could pause my dash and do different things. So what I like, and I have a couple videos of me stopping at the park or some side of the road and taking footage of rivers in the fall, pictures of bridges and rivers and things. So that's what's nice about door dashing in your 50s. And you get the freedom to choose. You can pick whatever orders you want to pick and those types of things. Now, could I be better at choosing? Yeah, but I'm picky. I don't like to drive too far out of my way. In other words. So, for me, it's convenient. My goodness gracious. Oh, okay. Anyway, I'm stopping traffic and the trash truck is blocking the whole street and everybody's trying to get by. Yeah, it's not a good thing. Not a good thing at all. I'm just waiting to see if I can get by this trash truck. Alright, here we go. Hey. Anyway. So yeah, the freedom to travel. If you have the financials to do that, go for it. If your channel's monetized and you can afford to go to Disneyland or go traveling, do it. So those are pluses right there about having your own YouTube channel and being able to do whatever you need to do. As I was chatting earlier in the video, the other thing that kind of stood out at me with these two videos that I watched was the fact that they also said something like some people like to dress up more or change their look in some way, whether wear more jewelry or wear more makeup or whatever to hide their aging. Now, some women do that too. Me, I just put more jewelry on because I couldn't wear jewelry in McDonald's. I was limited. I couldn't wear earrings. I couldn't wear rings. I couldn't wear any kind of jewelry. So I'm like, why not? And I'm on, YouTube doing these videos or Facebook even. And, I need to look at least decent. But I don't worry about this. And I don't worry about the double chin either. I mean, as you age, your chin starts to droop down and you don't look good and, that type of thing. You don't look youthful like you used to. So I didn't get to finish the last of the conversation in the car, so I'll finish it now. There was a couple other things that the videos had mentioned. And one of them is that you could go to bed when you wanted, get up when you wanted. And me, I go to bed late and I get up kind of late. And that's okay. Some people get up early and go to bed early and get up early. And another thing about aging is that you have the freedom, over 50, to take a nap whenever you wanted to. So let's say you go to bed at 1 a.m., you get up at 7 a.m., and you're a little sleepy. Well, you can always go to bed. You can always take a nap later on, and no one's going to tell you otherwise, yes or no. And another thing that was nice, that one of the videos had mentioned, I'm not old enough yet, but to get senior discounts. Now, my husband, he's 55, and he starts getting seniors discounts. He was able to join the senior center and everything else. So next year, I can do the same thing. So that's one of the perks about being 50 or in the middle of your 50s is being able to be citizen. Now, senior citizen. Not everybody gets that perk until they're 55. Some have to wait till they're 60. Some restaurants are 65. It depends. But most of the time, they see you kind of aging, get a little wrinkles on your face, they'll give you a discount. And And the other thing that she had mentioned, one of them had said that she doesn't have to ask for help. Because, she's pretty white compared to my hair. My hair is still kind of graying, but she doesn't have to ask for that much help. She's not afraid to ask for help. And they just automatically volunteer. And I found that a few people have noticed that I'm older. When I go to deliver their groceries and they have to go up on the 3rd floor, they'll come and they'll volunteer to pick up the heavy stuff for me and bring it upstairs. But most of the time, I try to do that on my own because I'm still pretty strong and everything. I think I have the difficulty with really heavy stuff because it can only carry up to 40 pounds. After that, I need help. But most of the time, people are willing to help you if you need help. And the last thing that she had mentioned that was very similar to another video that I watched. Now I have to think. Well, you can be alone someplace and not get bothered. Like you could go sit in a park bench in the park and not even get bothered, which is kind of nice in a way. In other words, you get alone time. And I think the hardest thing about these two women that I watched is they're both single. They're not married. So I'm going to tell them the difficulty for me at being over 50. And just there's advantages and disadvantages to being over 50. But if you have a husband or even a father that comes to live with you and they're disabled, you have to nurse them and take care of them. That's what's expected of you. But what's nice is when you have a son that's in his 20s, he can come help you clean up the house or help you with those chores that are difficult for you, like heavy duty chores or something like that. And since I deal with a little autism spectrum, sometimes that kind of helps me because I get overwhelmed with some certain tasks. As you guys can tell from my last video, that I don't like housework. And the reason why is I get overwhelmed by the task of de-junking and organizing, and it overwhelms me. So that will be one thing I'll have to do as an autistic middle-aged woman. And of course, that is the difficulty with being over 50, is that when you have menopause and all your hormones crash, sometimes your menopause that you have, your autism that you have been masking for years comes out and causes some stress and causes you to have meltdowns and temper tantrums and all that kind of thing. So to have that help and that reinforcement comes in handy. But those are the two channels that the information came from. One was called Silver and Solo, and the other one was called Midlife Anti-Crisis. I will put those at the bottom of the video description. And you guys have a good night. And don't forget to subscribe, hit the notifications button, and like and favorite this video to send it along YouTube. And have a great evening. Bye.